Alright, there you go at the bottom. I'll just start. What is like Kakashi do against Infinite Tsukuyomi?
If I think he just like kind of just like bliss his motto before he can do anything.
Yeah, you can explain to me why Kakashi is a blitz tier above Madara.
So like Naruto kind of just like gets blissed by Kage's ash bones, and like Kakashi just like with before even DMS just like runs into them.
You can
And, like,
show me Kakashi getting blitzed by them, and then show me the other instances.
You mean Naruto getting blissed by them?
Yeah, Naruto getting blitzed by them, and Kakashi doing whatever you say.
Okay.
Is there a tournament going on in this server?
Like starting when they're like getting members. I'm pretty sure. I think we're at like a bit over 10 now. Some shit. All right, if you look in scans, or just Naruto getting speed blitzed by Kage's ash bones, and then like base. Let me show. Base Kakashi like pre DMS just like runs into them. Hold up, I'm gonna have to go into the chapter.
Do you know what chapter this is? The Naruto one, at least.
I do not. It's the Kaguya fight is fairly short. It's like somewhere in the Kaguya fight.
Maybe like 687. Because this is when they're on the play, like the field with Obito, right? Or is this before
that? Pardon, what did you say?
Is this during when they're on the field with Obito?
I forget when in the Kaguya fight this is.
Because in a different instance, he dodges them.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'll send that. Hold on. Keep scans. Yeah, and I kind of don't like. I don't know the circumstance under which she gets hit.
Okay. I think it's like it's just clearly showing that they're just like dodging it from a distance, and they're like still like struggling to dodge it.
Right, but when does distance, right? When does distance become a factor where you can like invalidate a feat? Like for example, right, all attacks are from a distance, but when is the distance considered big enough, right, for it to be invalidated as a feat?
When like Kage is just like a huge, like if you look at the top scan, like Kage is just like they're nowhere to be near, like they're nowhere close to Kaguya at all, and then they just like barely duck out of the way.
Right. That's why I asked for the. That's why I asked for the instance where he gets hit, because I want to see, like, I'm gonna compare between those instances. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to like look for it. Hold on, this is. Ooh. All right, you're gonna have to give me a bit to like.
Oh yeah, I found it.
What chapter is it?
Guard. It's 684. Because right before this, he dodges one of them. So after he dodges them, he's like, "Oh, okay, I dodged them," and then like more comes from the back. So he's just not expecting more to appear. And you can't say like he would have sensed it because it just like it teleports behind him.
Hold on, let me get to the page.
Oh, this is a doppelganger. This isn't even Naruto's main body.
I think the doppelganger is skill to Naruto.
They could scale to Naruto's weakened self.
Nah, they're just stated to be just like equal.
Equal in chakra amount to Naruto's physical body at the time he's making the clones, right? For example, if Naruto makes like 2 clones, his physical body is at 50%, and the other clone can be at 50%, so they can be equal.
Nah, that's clearly wrong because do you think like Madara is like physically relative to do you think Madara is like physically like relative to like Sage's Six Paths Naruto when they fought?
I don't know.
Um,
Naruto could be above.
so how far do you think like Naruto's above it?
What
You
do you
think it's
mean?
like over like a because like uh Madara's like limbo clones are just like stated to just be like equal to like himself, and like shadow clones when like Naruto has like 6 of them out are just like fighting the Madaras.
I'm pretty sure it's just one of them. I'm not sure if it's Madara or Naruto because I haven't read the war in a long time. But I'm pretty sure it's just one of them blocking the other's blows and not going for the strike and just being on defensive. Where it was Madara or Naruto, I'm pretty sure it was like, I think it was Naruto. But it's just like one of them was just on the defensive. So I don't think this is a scaling factor for Madara or Naruto. And
All right,
even
hold
then, I'm not inherently saying like the clones are massively weaker, but I'm just saying like this is a very specific feat.
Oh, okay. So you still think like they're the clones are like still relative or whatever?
No, but I'm saying like I'm not asserting that they're like inherently relative, but I'm saying the evidence you've provided, it only gives us this idea that clones are like relative to some form of Naruto that could be weakened. So I'm not inherently saying that they are like not as strong as
Not because
Naruto. Yeah,
you did say that at first because you said like they'd be like 50% weaker.
yeah. No, I was just giving an example.
Yeah, well, wasn't that like your contradiction to like them like being like said to be like physically strong
Hmm?
as the original?
What do you mean?
So like I said like the clones are like physically as strong as the original. Like you use that as like a contradiction.
Not necessarily contradiction, but what I use it as, right? I said your argument doesn't necessitate your conclusion. I'm saying we could go by this alternate method and we could come to a different conclusion. So I'm saying I give this example and I'm saying this could also be the case and it's equally likely. So I'm just saying like I can use an alternate method to interpret your scan or your evidence. Right?
What's like your equal interpretation to it?
For now, my equal interpretation is just it could be just weakened form. Again, that's not what I'm saying is the case. I'm just saying it could also be the case. Unless you can prove your interpretation takes precedence over mine, it'd just be equal.
All right. I mean, we can. We can leave that up to the judges. I guess.
All right.
Well, when we find some. All right.
All right.
Hold on. Let me. What's the page that he gets hit by the ash bones? Do you know?
I'm not sure. It's like right at the end. It's like the second last page.
All right. It doesn't look like he really just dodged them. What's it? Okay, yeah, so he. This is weird. So what's like what's your where are you like, getting from like looking at the scans?
I'm just seeing like we see Naruto dodging the shit from like different occasions, but in this one instance, which is like for the most part off panel, he gets hit, but again, it's like kind of off panel because we see like Naruto's head being like straightforward, like his eyes are kind of looking back, but his head is in a different position than from where we last see him. The last time we see him, he's like kind of like headed. In this instance, his head is like straight forward, but his eyes are just like kind of looking at what just happened behind him. So I'm saying this is like kind of off panel. We don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I see that for like that panel that you said.
Yeah.
But for like the first thing that like you sent of like Naruto and Sasuke dodging out of the way, I feel like it's clearly like shown that like it's like what's it called the ash bones are just like a clear just like threat to Naruto. Like if you look at his face, you can see like he's like they're just like struggling to dodge out of the way.
Right, right. I'm fine with the Ash Bones AP scaling wherever it wants, but I'm talking about like speed specifically.
Yeah, I'm saying it looks like to they're struggling to get out of the way.
I don't really see that. Because it's like dodge him, Sasuke, and then Naruto starts moving, right? And then they just kind of get away. I think like the struggle, or at least the one in Naruto's face, is because he hit the floor really hard, and one of those spikes. It's like
Yeah.
not the floor, like what? Should I call it spike floor? What's the word for it? Like the weird shaped floor. Like you see his like cheeks like colliding against it. It's like like shit. I don't
No,
know. Like,
I don't know. I just my interpretation is just like these ash bones are like from a distance. Like you still see like
you cut out.
hold up, my mic's like
Yeah.
what was the last thing you heard me say?
I said these ash bones from a distance. And then I think you cut out. Yeah, that's what you said.
Hold up. So let me just start again. So what I'm looking at is like you still see like the movements line and shit, and like these ash bones are like clearly just like they're from a distance as you see, and they're just like the movement lines are still there. And I think like he hit the ground like because it's just like such a panic of like him needing to just like quick as fast as he can just like move out of the way.
Right. Yeah. So basically, what I'm instead saying, right? I'm just saying there would be since every attack is from a distance. I'm not gonna ask for quantification because just the word sounds ratty. But I'm just asking you, at what point is something too far away? And again, I provide a second scan to go about the general consistency of Naruto dodging them. So it's two instances against one of Naruto getting like hit by them, and the one panel where he does get hit by them, it's mostly off screen.
Um, yeah, I'm referring to the top one mostly, and like you showing like him dodging them. It's kind of the one like where he like dodges them at the bottom or whatever. Like, the ash bone just like starting to come out of the hole. Like it's not actually just like zooming by.
No, she sends two of them. He dodges the first one, and the second one comes out.
Yeah, but it's like I'm saying he kind of dodges the first one anyway, and the second one I agree kind of like, it catches them off guard. But I'm using like
No, no, no. That's
the
not what I'm
top.
saying. I'm saying, hold on, let me show you. I'll make it clear. Let me crop it. Peep this. Hold on, let me send. Oh no, I sent the wrong thing. Okay, yeah. Peep this. So essentially, I think these are two different routes. So the one he's aim dodging would be the one Kaguya's sending now, but prior to this, he'd already sent one which he dodged.
Yeah, you're referring to hold on, let me reply to it or something. Are you referring to him dodge that's what you like the one you're referring to him dodging?
Huh?
So you're saying like you're saying he dodged this one is what you're saying?
No, no, I'm talking about a different incident. I'm talking about an incident I just marked, which is the. Let me finish this full scan. Because yeah, I'm talking about this scan specifically.
Yeah, I'm kind of saying like it's just like he's like is getting ready to shoot at him and he like ducks out of the way to dodge it.
He ducks out of the way.
Or not necessarily duck, just like slides out of the way, and then it shoots at him. And then the next one, he gets like he's like still focusing on the one that's like going past him,
I
and then he
disagree
just like
because you know like the exclamation marks on top of Naruto's head in the bottom right panel. It's essentially like he notices them, right? And when he by the time he notices them, Kaguya's already started sending them. So he notices them after Kaguya started the attack and send. So based off that, I'm just saying like it's clear reaction.
yeah, he noticed the one that's coming out of the hole. Yeah.
You notice the one that's coming.
Like out of like yeah, out of like the black hole weird thing.
You're right, but I'm saying like by that point it's already started coming up.
But, where's the full scan at? Mm, um. Oh, I think I get. Are you? Oh, okay. So you, like the top one here is what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Oh, you sent it. All right. Already. Hold up. I don't know. I don't really get that out of it. So what should we call it? Naruto just like you see him. He like has the like exclamation point, and you see like the one before it, Kaguya like sent her ash bone through like one of the black holes. So I think like the most likely like interpretation of it is like a black hole gets opened up. He like dodged out of the way because he knows like an ash bone is coming, and then the
Right, but
ash
we see
bone
the
comes
ash
after.
bone being sent before the dodge.
Yeah, it can be sent before the dodge, but like the black hole may not have like the black hole could have just like opened up and then it comes out like it comes out of the black Naruto.
No, because
After the
the
dodge.
reason that isn't the case. Hold on, let me look at this kind of quick here, just to clarify. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So the rod, it's like made open. Okay. So for one, I don't think like you can say that he's just like reacting to the black hole inherently, or he could be reacting to the thing because you agree, right? Like if something's being sent from one point to another, if it's half sent in one, it will be half sent in the other point as well. Like half of it is this part, the other half via that part, right? If we see the other half that's coming out, okay, how do I explain this? Okay. Let me just put it this way. Do you, in the middle right, left panel, you see one of the bones from
Middle
middle left,
or
like one
middle
of the
left.
bones Kaguya is
Yeah.
sending. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the bottom panel, you see one of them's like coming out. So it's pretty evident that that is the one that Kaguya just sent in the middle right left panel. Middle.
Yeah, it could be like the one copy it just sent, but it doesn't have I mean, it's coming out of the other black hole like the same. I'm just calling them black holes. I don't know what else to call them. At like exact same time it was sent in.
Yes, like if you would agree that this is the same one, Kaguya and Naruto in the second panel is reacting to the second one, but by this point he's already dodged the first one. Based off this, he'd scale up both.
Wait, wait, you said he dodged one before this?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the one he dodged?
The one I marked two of them, right? The one that Naruto just dodged, the one that's coming out. The one that's coming out is what obvious and Naruto reacts to it. Prior to Naruto's already dodged one of them.
Yeah, wait, no. So
So he practically reacts to them both. He's already dodged one of them, and then another comes and is reacting to it. So it's not like he's reacting to the black hole opening. He's just reacting to the attack overall. I mean, the spikes or whatever.
Wait, hold on. I only see like just like him he like reacts to one and then like gets hit by the second.
Why do you think he got hit by the second?
What?
Why do you think he got hit by the second? Why can't that be a different one?
I agree. It's a different Ash bone.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's not like it doesn't have to be one of the two. It could be like the third one or fourth one.
Um, do you have like any like? What, did she throw a third one or a fourth one?
No, but we on screen see Naruto dodge both of them like Kaguya said. So it wouldn't make sense if we didn't like. Do you, like if Naruto's out of the way of something moving, why would he just like go back in the direction and be like, yeah, nigga, hit me? Like it doesn't make sense. Like he already dodged it. Why would he just like go back there?
Well, he dodged one. Teleports like opens up in front of him. Like he can't dodge it.
Yeah, but I'm saying the second one that's coming out, he's already dodged that as well because that's out of his direction. Like the direction at which it's going, Naruto's away from it. Then why would Naruto just go back there despite one of them coming?
I do not get. I do not get what you're trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll just make it simple. I'm saying if Naruto's dodged the one that's coming towards, like, okay, you agree there's two of them here, right?
Yeah, there's the one he dodged and the one he
The one that's still coming out. In the panel where he dodged the first one, you see the direction at which the second one's coming out. He's not in that line. Like the direction it's going to travel. Like if it goes straight, it can't hit him because he's already dodged that route. Like he's in a different he's on a different part of the field. Like it's like right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he dodges that route.
Yeah, so he can't be hit by that one because he already dodged it. Unless you think Naruto's stupid enough to just like.
Yeah, he didn't get hit by like the one he dodged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but again, the second one is also coming from the same direction, and he sees the second one. So why would he just just go back there?
He wait, where's the show like him like just like viewing the second one?
Like the second one comes from the same direction as the first one.
No, the second one like comes like in front of him.
No, it's the same direction. If you look at it, like it's like, yeah, it's the same direction.
Nah, if you're looking at it, so like he's the first one is still like moving by, and like he's like has a question mark and exclamation points, and he's like looking at it, and then like the one he's just like not looking at, he gets he just gets hit by us in front of him, and it's like it's coming from like in front of him.
Hold on, I'll mark it. Oh my god, I can't draw for shit. Wait, keep this. It's the same direction. It's coming in. It's like a straight line. It's coming from the same direction. Yeah, I sent the second panel. It's the same direction.
Yeah, so that's the one that like gets shot at, right?
What do you mean?
So you sent like one of them getting shot out, right?
One of them gets shot at him. Yeah, I guess.
And he like ducks, he like shifts out of the way, right?
Yeah, and then the second one comes from the same direction. Why didn't he just
Hold on, are
shift
you
it back?
saying like that little white thing is another ash one?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Okay. I finally get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a different one. That's what I said too.
Okay.
I think the second one is an extension of what Kaguya is throwing in the middle left panel. The first one has already been thrown by her.
I just like looking at this. It just looks like it looks like what's the word it kind of I don't know if like the right word for it is debris, but it kind of looks like sparks from like the first one. Not necessarily sparks, maybe like debris. I don't know the word for it. I think that's just like implying that like the ash bones are just like moving fast and just um you know, kind
Yeah, I know
yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah, I guess we can just move on because I think I've like extrapolated it.
All right.
I don't want to like stay on this a bit more.
I mean, we can just like leave up this point like to the judges when we send it. All right.
All right.
Do you want me to scale like Kakashi to the hash bones? Or?
I mean, Kakashi can scale over Naruto. Where does Naruto scale in comparison to? No, I mean actually, I don't think Kakashi scales over Naruto because I don't think this is a feat on Naruto. But even if it was, if we go under the axiom that you won, like if that hypothetically happens, where does Kakashi scaling over Naruto get him?
Um, what's above Naruto?
Huh?
Cause like Kakashi in base just like reacts to ash bones and like runs in front of him like fun.
Right, but why does scaling over Naruto scale him above Madara? Do you think Naruto's above Madara, like three-eyed Madara?
Yeah. So do you think like getting like the third eye like makes Madara just like any faster?
It's Arena Sharingan, right?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, then. Because if the Sharingan amps you, the Rinnegan should.
The Sharingan like amps like your perception speed.
It should amp your overall as well. Like your
Um,
speed.
I just don't believe that. Like, why?
Okay. Because you know if like Rock Lee makes a statement that if the gap between you and someone else is so big, even if you perceive that you won't be able to react to them, Sasuke is able to react to catch the blitz tier above him after getting the Sharingan. And I'll even get you a statement that say that Sharingan should be like a combat speed now.
Um, I just like viewing like if you remember like the Rock Lee versus Sasuke fighting part one. It's just
Yeah.
like Rock Lee's just like it doesn't matter if you can perceive me with your Sharingan. I'm just still like faster than you. Shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If the gap between these two characters are so huge, the Sharingan wouldn't matter. But like that statement actually helps my point because it's saying that your Sharingan could help you see in the future, but unless you physically can react to a different attack, your Sharingan doesn't matter. So if your speed wasn't enhanced by the Sharingan, precog doesn't mean shit because you can't like your physical body isn't amplified. And I'll send you two statements. One of them says like your combat ability is in like improved with the MS. And the second one is Martyr saying due to your MS you have good moves. Keep in mind Martyrs are the defensive here. So it's not like Sasuke's react time.
But like and like yeah, my bad. So in the top 10, what exactly like are you referring to?
What do you mean?
In like the power in the insight hidden inside these eyes, like what, like where is it that you're talking about?
The fifth line. It just basically says like your combat ability is improved in every aspect.
Um, okay, it's saying in all kinds of aspects. That doesn't mean every aspect.
All kinds would entail every.
I think
All
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 kind. I think
Let me give an example, right? Let's say I go to a party and there's 5 people, and I order like, let's say I'm talking to someone and I say get drinks for all of them, and then I say get drinks for every one of them. You realize that makes no difference, right?
like in this context it just means many because say like if I have like a lot of books, I'm gonna say like I have all kinds of books, meaning like I have all like different kinds of books. It doesn't mean I have like every book, some shit.
Right, but that's different because that's like an exaggeration. Because you don't actually have all books. That's like a figure of speech thing. Whereas in this instance, it says like again, if it's contextual, we just take a statement to be literal instead of hyperbolic or an
Wait, well,
exaggeration.
no, I think all kinds like normally in the English language is like hyperbole.
I don't think so. Hold on, let me just. Okay, I give you an instance where it's not hyperbole, because like again, by the definition of all, this is what it says: used to refer to the whole quantity or extent of a particular group or thing. So it's the entirety. Whole. You would at least agree whole isn't like all, right? Whole means like every bit. So it's,
Pardon?
hmm?
What? Can you read that?
You want me to send you the definition?
Well, you can just say it. You don't need to send it.
I'll just send it anyways, but it says like, hold on, you know what? I'll just send it. It's easier. Um, Read counts.
All right. I mean, this point is fine. Like,
Yeah.
Sharingan can amp his speed, but I don't think it's like to a significant degree that really matters.
Let me give you.
Hmm.
What did you say?
So yeah, that's fine. He can yeah, the Sharingan like can like amp his speed, but it doesn't mean like it's to a significant degree.
Right, but as long as you agree it's not the same version, then you can't scale.
I mean, I can't scale directly, but it's just like my character would just be like just faster than yours because like your character like scales above the same one by like an unquantifiable amount, and like mine's just like blissing,
Right.
and it'd
So
be like
like,
a no.
wait. When you see like, okay, what do you define as a blitz?
Um, I, well, hold up. Blissing might be the wrong word.
You know, like
I'm
for
gonna say, just say
one,
like significantly fast. Significant. I can't say it. Significantly faster.
yeah, but you realize your character's a blitz mind before that infinite Tsukuyomi activates because the infinite Tsukuyomi activates based upon perception. So unless your character perception blitzes mine, your character
Does
can't.
does Madara like in character just like straight off like use this infinite game?
Triad Modder does one thing, and that's active in Infinite Tsukuyomi.
That's true. Um, hold on. You know, like
Unless you consider dying action, which I guess it is, but you get the point. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, so in character he kind of just like dies. But
Yeah, I guess he just died now. But I don't know. He like that's the only thing we see him do is like the Infinite Tsukuyomi or dies or cry about
yeah.
being betrayed. But I don't think he'd cry about it. Yeah.
um,
Or you could be
like
such
does
a rat and you could
like
go like
does like
in character. Hello, you could be such a rat and you could have gone in character. He gets off guarded. That'd be so fun. Yeah, go on.
I think like the infinite Tsukiyomi just like it doesn't it just like it hold on, what am I trying to say? It just takes a long time to use.
Long time to use, as in
Like for one, he has to like he like has to fly up in the sky to use it. Hold on. You
I
mind
just
if I like
up in the
go
sky.
to where this? You mind if I like go to where Infinite Tsukiyomi is real quick?
Wait, what'd you say?
Where Infinite Tsukiyomi is real quick, if you don't mind.
You want me to give you the chapter?
I think I'm like right at it. Hold up.
Yeah.
Let's.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's six. Hold up, I'm at 677. Yeah, 677. Yeah, so he kind of just like uses Infinite Tsukiyomi, and then it just like it takes a while for it to like affect everybody. Like people are just like watching the moon. Like Infinite Tsukiyomi is like activated on the moon, and like there's people out there just like, yo, what the hell is this?
Yeah, but again, yo, what the hell? Oh, this could be like prior.
Nah, if you look on the moon, like the Infinite Tsukiyomi is like
Yeah,
is
I
on.
mean, I'm saying Infinite Tsukuyomi has to cover a distance, right? So I'm saying before it reached them, they could be like, "Oh, terrible things are happening," and then he gets hit because he's mid sentence and he just suddenly gets like,
Okay,
uh,
so that's fine. So it's gonna before it reaches Kakashi, Kakashi can just like
you realize the
calmly
closer
Madara's.
Kakashi gets to Madara, the closer I mean, the faster Infinite Tsukuyomi lands on him.
Um, he doesn't really. He can just like calmly Madara from afar.
He doesn't do that in character. He charges at his opponents.
What do you mean? He absolutely does do that in character. He calmly's like Datara right away. He like
No. With DMS, assuming this is DMS Kakashi, he uses Chidori.
it's the same. He's the same character though.
I know, but I'm saying like with newfound powers, people like tend to utilize their powers differently.
Not really. It's just like he's just shown to do like multiple different things in character. Yeah, I just say like sometimes in character he
Okay,
uses
hold on.
Chidori.
You would
Sometimes
agree
he
like the
calmly's
strongest
right.
form of Kakashi is Chidori Kakashi, right?
Chidori. I don't know. Like it might be Susanoo. I don't know.
I think that Susanoo has a significant amp in speed.
I'm is you know.
Because the Chidori is like implied to be like a massive boost in speed.
um, yeah, it doesn't. I actually don't know because it might not just like multiply your speed. It might just like add speed, and like the Chidori speed at this point might just be like fodder to like people on like DMS Kakashi's level.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, you think it adds speed? No, but if the Chidori is like driving you forward with more chakra, it should amplify you in whatever form you are. I don't think like
Yeah.
because it's not like an addition would be like if it just gained a bit of speed, like Kakashi's
But
physical body, but it's like
I,
it's not him gaining speed.
I mean that's fine if like I agree like Kakashi using Chidori is like significantly faster than just like normal Kakashi.
Right. And so if that's the strongest form, and then Chidori Kakashi uses Chidori, the closer he gets to Madara, the more susceptible he is to Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Well, it's not really a form. It's just like a move he has, like an
Mm-hmm.
attack. Like
No, but
Chidori is not.
But again, form is dictated by physical properties. Your physical properties is enhanced via Chidori.
So you
Then
saying he like starts off and like while using Chidori?
that's the strongest form, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Like he could just be like using Chidori doesn't mean he's like driving forward out Madara. Like he could just be like standing still in Chidori or some shit. Like,
I know, but I'm saying like, oh wait, so you're saying Chidori Kakashi doesn't use Chidori?
and although like it could be like his fastest form or whatever, but like the Susanoo just could just be like beefier.
But Susanoo doesn't alter his physical body, does it?
I mean Susanoo is just like shown to be like with other people just like stronger.
Yeah, but I'm saying like your strongest form is dependent on your physical nature or physical changes. That's an
Uh,
external object.
what do you mean by that?
Okay, so the Susanoo is like, for example, right? If I wear a jacket, that's like an external object I'm putting on my body, right? But then if I'm like, let's say I'm eating something, that's something that's inside my body. Both of them are additions I have to my body, but one of them is like actually like affecting my physical shape or my physical body, whereas the other is just in like an outside cloak. That's what the Susanoo kind of is.
Um. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait. So why are you saying that?
Okay, yeah. So I'm saying strongest form would be dictated upon the part like the strongest form of his body, which is Chidori Kakashi. Because Chidori's amping his actual speed, which is affecting his physical body instead of like an external cope.
Okay. I mean, I get like he doesn't necessarily have to be like driving forward at Madara in his Chidori. He could just
Yeah.
be like standing still with Chidori open.
But like the purpose of Chidori is like Chidori like drags you forward.
Not necessarily like he uses it on Zabuza.
Right, but I'm saying like do you think Chidori Kakashi every time he has Chidori in his hand? Yeah, right. I'm just saying like every time Kakashi has Chidori in his hand, he runs up to his opponent and uses Chidori.
Nah, he doesn't. Sometimes he like just stands still with it. Like he does it
Yeah, but
with
I think it's more
Zabuza.
probable. I think in more instant I can go on like a plethora of instances where Kakashi just runs forward with Chidori.
I mean, but if it's he like Kakashi's not a retard. If it's more like combat like smarter for him to just like not like charge out Madara, um, like he wouldn't. And hold on, if like
If he like takes a second and just stands there, he gets hit by Infinite Tsukuyomi. The only reason that guy didn't get hit because he was like in a far away distance.
hold on, so can you show me like why distance matters for Infinite Tsukiyomi as well?
Because everyone in the battlefield, like unless you think like those people are faster than Sai and Orochimaru, like random villagers, and we know the random villagers get hit by Infinite Tsukuyomi later, then people like Sai and Orochimaru, it would like kind of give us the idea that distance matters because of like travel.
I don't think it necessarily need to be like distance from Madara. It could just be like distance from the moon or some shit,
Same
like the
thing.
light from the moon.
Same thing.
Um, so yeah, being close to Madara really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Wait. What do you mean by that?
So like being like I say like, I don't know like 10 meters isn't relevant from being like 10 meters away from Madara and like right up close to Madara.
Distance from the moon. That's just presupposing some weird
Just from
shit. How do you know? How do
the
you know the
Madara
moon is in
himself.
comparison to Earth? Depending on whenever these two characters fight, it's just
Yeah,
like
hold on. Let me leave and rejoin real quick. Yo, all right,
mhm.
all right. All right. Yeah, like if he like was just like charging at Madara full speed with Chidori, wouldn't that just like blitz Madara if like normal Kakashi is just faster than Madara?
You
And
haven't skilled normal Kakashi faster in Madara. You said this mod is unquantifiable. And that also presupposes your other points went through. But I guess if you think like you've skilled him a bliss here, but we can just like end the debate. It's getting late anyways.
well, I just like got a bit more to argue. I don't have that much. But say, if I did scale it, like if I did scale him like a bit, or just if I did scale him like just like above Madara and like Chidori, just like a perception bliss faster than like normal Kakashi, as is shown. He like when he uses Chidori like in the work without Sharingan, he's just like, yo, I can't like view myself moving when he just like perception bliss Madara.
Yeah, that's just presupposing on like you're scaling him into and you've like skilled him like that. But I guess we just leave that up to the judge.
All right, and I got two more things on like counters for Infinite Tsukiyomi. He can go into the combo I mentioned and like wait till it's over.
If he's fast enough, sure.
Yeah. And also like Sasuke's Susanoo just kind of blocks Infinite
No, that's
Tsukiyomi.
just a Rinnegan. Sasuke Susanoo blocks it. I think that's just due to the color. It's like dark purple, and like light probably doesn't pass through light purple. But if it's like light blue, yeah.
Hold up. I'm like not aware of like the science you're using.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing like light's like less likely to pass through something that's darker, right? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I feel.
Yeah, no, that's some weird shit, but and I came up with that on spot, but
it's not like I'm not sure it works like that. It's like it's like more likely to reflect off of something that's lighter. Like light doesn't pass through anything. It's just like it's dark and light just like means if it absorbs it or
no.
not.
It's specifically attributed to the Rinnegan. It's attributed to the Rinnegan.
Like what? I remember like Zetsu saying something. Do you know like what?
Yeah. He says like the Rinnegan can even deter even this jutsu. That's what he says.
Hold up. I'm like right by it. Let me just like zip to it real quick.
Because he makes a claim of the Susanoo as well, but I think like Sasuke is amplifying the Susanoo via the Rinnegan ability of slowing it down.
All right. Hold up. I'm almost to it. I missed it, but yeah, that's fine. I can agree. Kakashi Susanoo doesn't block it.
Yeah, but again, you've given us your speed skill and you're gonna win cons. My win cons like Infinite Tsukuyomi. I don't really have much skilling. I don't think these two characters skill to each other, but like Madara has a better ability. He just Infinite Tsukuyomi. And yeah. Can I start the recording?
All right. Should we like give our conclusions? Or?
No, I mean, it's in the recording anyways. I don't think like.
All right.
All right, GG's.
GG's.